What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. This could potentially be the start of another new series. Forget that intro just actually happened actually. Yeah, this could be the start of a new series on this channel. Basically, what I'm going to try and maybe do is, depending on obviously how well it goes down, every week when there's a game, I'm gonna maybe, after that game's finished, jump on here and you know, sort of like analyse the game kind of thing. Maybe where the teams need to improve, what they did well, wrong, basically just game analysis. So literally just finished watching Man United versus Tottenham game, buzzing to get off to a great start, good 1-0 win. We'll start with Man United. Quite happy with the team selection. Would have preferred maybe De Gea in goal, but going by how Romero did play, he actually did play very well. He had a few good saves. I think he had two passes in the first half that did go straight out of play, but the way that we did try and play out from the back, not afraid to go back to him at all. He does look like a decent goalkeeper. Looks like he can play with his feet, apart from those two passes that did go out of play. But other than that, he looks fine. In defence, still not 100% on Daley Blind playing majority of the season centre back. But if he doesn't play centre back, where else does he play? Obviously, he can play left back, but Luke Shaw, pray to God that he stays fit. I think he could be a vital part of our team this season, Luke Shaw, going forward and on the defensive side, if he can stay fully fit. On the other side, Darmian, like I just think he's going to be a great player for us. Still fairly young, and I think he can keep Valencia out of that team in right back. And he looks very good, sort of all round. Physical side, you know, he can play football, he can get forward, and he played very well at right back today. Smalling, man of the match, again, good performance. Hopefully he stays in the team, gets a good run of games, and he could probably be like the #1 first choice centre back this season, definitely. In the midfield, obviously that's where the you know, like sort of debate comes in. You've got obviously Carrick, Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger, Herrera, Fellaini as well, but you know, for me, Fellaini's dead. Like, I don't think he's getting back into that team, no chance. If he does, fair enough, but I can't see it happening personally. Carrick and Schneiderlin both play quite well. Schneiderlin, I really do like. I've watched him play for Southampton so many times. I just like his presence in that midfield. He can pass the ball, and he can either just sit in front of the back four, or he can play the role where, how do you describe it, sort of thing, like when, you know, he'll get in and around people as well, put in tackles, but like he can also be one of those midfielders that does get the ball, and he's one of those that will drift forward into the, like, you know, the enemy opposition box, and he could get a couple of goals. Carrick played quite well. Surprised that he was the one that came off for Schweinsteiger actually. Thought Carrick would stay on and just sit in front of the back four. Schneiderlin then took over that Carrick role and did a decent job. The three behind that played in the attacking positions today for us was obviously Mata, Depay and Young. If those three carry on playing, I'd like to see more versatility in them, like more movement, be more mobile. Young and Mata were pretty static out on those wings today, which, you know, needs to change really. They need to all be interchanging. Depay drifted over to, you know, like either side every now and then, but for me they all need to be changing and interchanging positions and shit like that. Rooney up front had a decent-ish game. Unlucky not to get the goal. I think if Walker didn't take it off of his toe, then Rooney would have put it in anyway, but hey ho, it happened. So yeah, we did look quite a solid team, but the playing out from the back stuff, I love to see it, but just not 24/7. There's times where the ball has just got to go, and yeah, like we just tried it too many times in my opinion. But we did get a clean sheet and we're top of the league. Woohoo! Moving on to Tottenham, I think they could have done with Lloris in goal, obviously, but Vorm is a very good goalkeeper. It's a very good backup goalkeeper. Right back, Kyle Walker. Let's all just take 1 second just to laugh at how shit he did. Right, yeah. Kyle Walker played absolute shit. If he ever plays for England again, I think that would be the worst decision Roy Hodgson or whoever's in charge will make. He's absolute dog shit now. I'd even put like Phil Jones or Smalling at right back ahead of him, because that's how bad he is. The two Belgian centre backs played alright. They, like Tottenham's whole back line, Ben Davies at left back as well, they played so deep in like the first, what was it, like half an hour or so. They literally thought they were Chelsea, like playing so deep. They had, what was his name, Ben Taleb and Eric Dier, who was also a centre back, playing just in front of that back four, and Dier, however you say his name, was dropping into centre back as well to obviously get on the ball and just create a flat back five. And then you have Ben Taleb advancing a little bit but not really joining the attack too much. Then you had Chadley out on the left, didn't really do that much, ended up playing more in the middle later on in the game to get support to Kane. Eriksen, I think Carrick and Schneiderlin did quite a good job, you know, monitoring him, keeping him off of the ball as much as possible. Did have a couple of dangerous free kicks that he whipped in, which Romero did come out and claim. And whoever played on the right hand side for them, I think Dembele started, didn't really get involved that much in the game. Quite a skillful player actually, Dembele. Used to be very good at Fulham, and then I think he had a first good season at Tottenham, but after that he's just sort of faded away a bit. Then Kane up front again, didn't really get into the game, was mostly isolated the whole time. He mostly went down the right channel, and Luke Shaw and David Blind did a very good job of keeping him you know, under control. Schneiderlin got into him a few times. But I think where Tottenham need to improve is getting more players in, kind of like in and around Kane. Obviously they had the three behind him today, but they either need to go out and buy a decent striker that can play up with Kane, or get a few more Eriksen type players that have got the creativity to give Kane chances. Because I mean, you can't just have like, you can't just rely on one player behind him to give him all of the chances. So yeah, I think that's where Tottenham do need to improve. Defensively, they did look quite good, but they did play very deep. So obviously, maybe could move up the field a bit more. I don't really know who Tottenham could actually, like, you know, bring in right now, but I think that is where they do need to improve, is by getting a couple more players that can play in and around Kane and maybe get a few more goals for them. So yeah, this is maybe gonna be a potential new series. We'll see how the first sort of maybe couple of weeks go. No, I really like football. Like, I just love it. I'll watch any game. So yeah, this could potentially be a new series where I sort of turn into like a pundit kind of thing. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, please make sure you drop a thumbs up. The game won't always be a Man United game. I'll try and obviously do different ones, but if we are on TV, then it might be most likely a Man United game. But we'll try and do different ones, mix them up, maybe even go away from the Premier League and do some other leagues as well, like Spanish League or the Bundesliga maybe. Sorry. And yeah, so subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in a bit.